to talk precious metals. I'm going to highlight 2 stocks for you today. So there's 2 stocks, highlighted stocks of the day, charts that I think you're going to want to print up and put on your wall so you'll always remember them. Precious metals, as we keep talking about commodities. What we did yesterday is we removed GDX from the portfolio. You could see it challenged the stop, so I took it out, okay, which was Nugget. And SILJ I took out, which is not challenging the stop yet, but I took it out. Now, let me explain my strategy here. Dad, Silver Fox, the Silver Fox, an Armor Insider who we know and love, reported again for us on precious metals. Now, he's our precious metals guru, the Armor analyst for precious metals. He's the reason why, we opened a precious metals hedge fund in 2005. Like that was his focus. So he reports again for us that another despot in West Africa has decided to steal licenses or properties from mining organizations. And you could say, well, it's just one country in West Africa, but it really isn't. West Africa, Panama, South America, other areas of the world over the last 12, 24 months, Mexico, I'm not afraid of Mexico. I don't think it's going to be ugly there, but you never know. There's been this drumbeat of governments wanting to appropriate mining operations, and let's be honest, to line their own pockets. And every single time a country starts doing that, whether it be energy producing like Venezuela, okay, or whatever mine you want to look at, the production, first of all, it hurts the stocks that are focused there, right? I mean, take a look at FNV, which used to be an institutional favorite, okay? FNV, Franco-Nevada, royalty play. Stocks woefully underperformed. They're stuck in a quagmire. I think it's with a copper operation in Panama, okay? So there's 2 things that happen when socialist, communist, or total despots take over mining organizations. First of all, it hurts the equities because they're not going to get their mine. They put a lot of, hey, thanks so much for putting all this money into developing the mine. Now we're going to steal it from you. See you later. So that's a risk in mining operations. Okay. And you could say, well, it's just this or it's just that. But if you look at the drumbeat, maybe over even the last 5 years, it's getting louder and louder. There's more and more of these situations. And this is one reason that when you look at the performance of miners versus the metal, I think it's one reason you're not getting the move in the miners you would expect. The metal's doing this and the miners, why isn't that happening? It's because there's too much risk of governments stealing properties. And so the other thing it does is it's wildly bullish for the price of the metal, because whenever a government takes over a mine, they ruin it. It produces less. Less comes out of the ground, less supply, demand. Supply comes down, prices go up. So our core holdings, physical gold and silver, that's going to be the case. I'm not touching those. But what do I want to own to enhance those, the cog of the wheel? What are the spokes around it? And I've been saying to you, okay, I want to own the ETFs. It's the easiest way to go. I can trade them, blah, blah, blah. But I decided to step out of those ETFs and think that through again. And I think what we're going to do is create an Armor ETF, okay, of our favorite mining organizations with what we think is the least amount of risk. The geopolitical area that I want to be invested in, US, Canada, and at the moment, still Mexico. Our assessment is the rule of law in those 3 countries, we hope will continue to be respected, okay? And so a portfolio of assets focused on those 3 countries, we think would outperform a GDX or an SILJ or something like that. Okay. So here are some of the names that kind of fit the bill for us as an example. And I haven't put the money to work yet, but I may. First of all, Franco-Nevada, I actually might put money to work. So let's talk about the conservative portfolio, the 4 royalty plays. Okay. I might use Franco-Nevada because it's so underperformed, and the whole Panamanian situation, I think, is priced in. We think it's priced in. It's already written off. They've written it off. So if it's resolved in their favor, that's upside. And otherwise, everybody knows it and it's written off. So maybe Franco-Nevada down here makes sense. Royal Gold makes sense. Wheaton Precious Metals and Cisco Royalty. Those are the 4 royalty plays. And I might just spread out in those 4. If you get royalty plays, with the exception of a Franco-Nevada, which kind of ran into a problem that was bigger than you would think, most of them are diversifying their risk through the royalty plays, right? There's no one country where they own one big thing with a lot of sunk cost. It's a royalty play. So that's a conservative way to go about it. Those 4 stocks over time, I think, would outperform GDX is what I'm trying to say, right? And then if I want to do silver, I think the way to go is MAG Silver, MAG, Coeur d'Alene. Now, they just took over SILV, so the stock is down on the acquisition. They took over Silvercrest, and that probably opens it up for an opportunity for accumulation. And then maybe Hecla, okay? So those are 3 positions right there that might replicate SILJ. They might perform better than SILJ. Now, look, I'm going to share with you some micro caps. Guys, proceed at your own risk with whatever I say, but particularly these names, okay? These are the smallest of the small, okay? But I might have a little bit of fun with you. I might pepper a portfolio with a couple of these. They're like lottery tickets. They come in, huge success. They don't come in, the stocks get wrecked. But here's a handful of names, okay? DSVSF, Discovery Silver. I like that right there. That's actually my favorite right there, my micro cap favorite. Double bottom, and for reasons that we think are fundamentally the weakness is past. And so I think that's the entry point there. NG, earnings announcement. People didn't like it. They pushed out the production. They're doing some more feasibility studies, and you always get a stock that sells off when they say more feasibility studies, but they have a real property and it's a good property. So buying weakness is always a decent idea. And you know what? I looked at the time. I don't have a lot more time, so I'm gonna skip to. I gotta get out of here. So those are a couple names. There's a few more, and I'll talk to you guys about it on the live trading desk if you want to go over it. Armor Insiders. We can do that at 9:30. Can't wait to get started today. Armor Insiders, Armor Report subscribers, you're on your own. You can always throw a question into the comment section of this video. I'll answer it. Anybody else who feels like they need a little more attention, having a hard time putting these strategies to work and would like help doing it, can always pick up the phone and call me. I'm here for you. All right, 561-575-6832. Let's chat. You guys have a great trading session. At the end of the day, remember, be the smart money.